You have 1 hour before head of house challenger.
Head of house challenger. I think that's a mistake.
I'd like to choose ABOBO because.
Subscribe for your girl because HOH Games is over. Biggie had them in groups. Congratulations to UYANDA for coming first, and he had ABOBO as his assistant. Is that disappointment, or I don't know whether smile on girl Mishini's face, or she expected to be in the HOH room with him? Anyway, you have rules beginning to pop up according to HOH assistant, that is ABOBO. HOE said nobody should be taking more than 2 pies at a time. Now KB is like, but you are the worst corporate now. ABOBO, you eat past everybody we day for this house. Boy went like, I don't eat in between meals. You people, you go there, you pick one, the next minute you picking. I eat once at a go, and when I'm eating, of course, I gotta feel it like I'm enjoying a real meal. Savage is not a happy man. He's blaming his relationship wahala with KB on Nate. He says Nate's only strategy in the house is to make sure that nobody goes into a ship, and she is using herself being a lesbian to do that. According to him, Nate succeeded in breaking the Minshini Beekay ship by getting attached to Beekay, and the guy cannot have her, and the guy cannot move to Minshini because she's just been calling the guy every single minute that the guy goes to Minshini. You have ABOBO saying, really? So Minshini like Beekay? Then he's like, you need to know. Then ABOBO want to find out, but I thought Minshini likes sweet Guluva. Then he's like, yes, now. The two, she likes them. But that lady has messed it up, and the guy is not even seen. And for him, he clogged that game long time ago, and he was even at a point in time telling Swiss. But Swiss is also closer to that girl, Nate, so Swiss did not say any added information. Now, this is it. He says that as to when Nate got closer to his woman, he cannot tell. But the day that KB was crying, somebody came telling him that go talk to your babe. She's down. When he was going to KB, Nate was leaving the scene. The moment he got there, he said he did not even get a chance to talk. Then Nate had come back. Like, what are you doing here? She does not want to talk to you. Go, go, go. That kind of situation. And pushing him away. But before he left, he went like, KB, let's talk. Then she was also like, not now. And from that day, one problem or the other, the cooking, the truth and the ugly, and that girl has succeeded, and KB is not seeing it. And I'm like, okay, but you could also be sincere a little and admit that you lack boundaries and you've been very sexual with your friendship. ABOBO then went like, that Nate, they will have her time. You have sweet Guluva and in baby girl Ashley enjoying their own moment. Tyron came along and went like, you are the chosen. Fans like you. They like what you're doing. Housemates to do anything to get you out of the house, but fans will keep keeping you here. They smiled and went like, how did you know? How did you know? Then he's like, I know. What you're doing is what they like. You know, the ship, and with yours is different. Then girl went like, oh, I never thought about it. You mean like a strategy? Oh, I never thought about that. Then boy is like, yes. And she's like, oh, we need to be entertaining. I don't think they like just this. Maybe we need to also be all over the place, kind of. They like it when people are loud and something, a little beef here and there. You also have even Guluva suggesting that. And boy went like, no, this one is also good. Then you have Ashley saying, oh, then I'll add it. I'll begin using it as my strategy just for the conversation here. Then sweet Guluva just kept quiet about it. So later Ashley went like, so by now you think they've given us a ship name like you and I or any other ship going on here? The boy went like, yeah, it's obvious, but I don't know what happened. He kind of seemed a little withdrawn. I just don't know. I cannot figure it out now, but they've been lovey-dovey. He's been touching her. He engages in conversation with SIPHESIHLE, and girl later was not happy, calling him like, what's up, what was going on? Then he's like, he needs to mingle because he has not stopped there from mingling. And girl went like, oh, I did not say that. I just want to know because that one is with Bonnie. And he's like, and so they were beginning to have a little skirmish and they trashed it out. They're moving into a new level of, yes, darling, am I your darling? Boy is like, yes, you are my darling. Actually, in a conversation with HOH in Nsuku and some housemate, is saying she never had any qualms with Bonnie B. to the best of her knowledge because she was not even noticing her until somebody came telling her that Bonnie B is into her man. And she was quite surprised. So when she now started monitoring things, she began realizing that Bonnie B would want to be closer to Sweet Guluva, that kind of situation, mentioning his name when she's closer. So it was then she realized, but there was no way that Bonnie, given her attitude, she could have sniffed it out of the sky that Bonnie is interested in Uncle Sweet Guluva. Now they are also talking about another housemate, that is KB. They perceive KB never fainted. So this whole thing of KB fainted, they think if she did, Biggie would have taken her to the diary room. Biggie would have called the house and even talked to them about it, because a lot happens behind cameras that outsiders do not know. But once they inside do not know, they think that girl is cooking a story. You have actually seen, but I do not think the rape is also another storyline she's cooking. And they said no, they are not even talking about the rape case issue. If she's faking, that would be upset. But they really concerned about she fainted situation rampaging around. The job this cameraman Lee. Hey, my new favorite. So Lee earlier on, of course, was a little cozy with KB, and it kind of looked like KB would need him as her next victim. She's not with this whole thing of, she's talking about to fight for your man situation and claiming like it is Yoyo who needs to be claiming LUZUKO, and boy going like, oh, but you could also go claim your man. That boy clocked her out. We all know Ashley and her man. He said he was finding it difficult to sleep here because Ashley was mourning non-stop with whatever that Sweet Guluva was doing with her under the blanket, like the duvet, midnight. He also said Nsuku and Muzi, they were equally mourning, like those four in a foursome, they did the most. But with Muzi and Nsuku's own, I'm like, really? When camera picked on them, you have Muzi's hand closer to Nsuku's apples, the melon, and having a low tone convo. But whilst the tone was low, he was reaching out for a kiss, only for girl to say not a kiss. The word is not a kiss. Then he's like, why? Then she's like, because I don't want to kiss you. Then he's like, okay. Still the hand was moving back and forth, and she says, so can you go now? Then he's like, okay, then bye-bye. Then he stepped down. You know they are on a top banker. I'm like, in the first place, why will he be there when you do not agree to it? It means they came doing something, but she does not want a kiss. Because if that guy was not allowed to do whatever he came there to do, he will be pissed off. He left with delight on his face. And for whatever that they had done or whatever, girl was not so happy. Or maybe in her mind, she's like, when did they get to a kiss? Oh yeah, now, come on, they go. So she was not ready for a kiss. But if what Lee is saying is true, then Lee, you are my new cameraman. Why yeah, don't enter into a ship. Forget about body no be firewood. Don't enter and get your eyes and ears. Listen to things for me. Because no, Nate and Beekay are in a conversation about relationship and why she does not want to ship and what shippers do that angers her the most and it's making her afraid. According to her, she's telling Beekay that listen to some of these examples, and boy is all ears, going like, you see, when the relationship goes south, the fans will just support one and be dragging you for eternity. Like for a lifetime, you will not be leaving the shackles of fans. So she does not want to start it. And while she kept saying and giving clues, boy went like, yeah, true, it's true. Yeah, some of these things, yeah. So he's even afraid to enter into a ship. I'm like, boy, how many times do you want me to call you? But I like Nate because you gotta hate the game, not the gamer. She did not come there to fold hands and allow people to move on. She is there to cut breaks on whatever that people are doing. It's not everybody who goes to Biggie's house for the money. Yeah, some people, they just want to find out, what is this person doing? I can't do it. I got to cut bricks. I told you minutes ago why she was like, oh, Nsuku, you are mostly all over the place. You shouting, you this. Sometimes can't you keep it cool? And girl is like, no, that is not my business. And I'm not faking it. That is the real me. After girl giving it to her in a very civil manner, she went like, then I am not entertaining, then I got to leave here. She just want to cut bricks on whatever the people are doing. And I like her. She knows saying you be say she dey force you say listen to him matter. As she dey do that, yeah, she had also told some housemate, don't go eat. Are you going to eat that food? Oh, that food. I told you earlier their kitchen conversation where she said they need to get Body out of the kitchen. She talks as if she will come and replace Body. Yeah. The house. The cooks are not many. Anyway, that was just by the way. KB brings food closer to them and she's like, you went to pick the food. Then KB is like, yeah, so everybody is picking. I'm hungry. So you still will not eat. Then Nate went like, no, I'm standing on business. I'm like, you don't say.
You might not, but I know your recruiter Nate does.
What's your beef?
No, I don't like somebody who's two-faced. If she had an issue with me as we came together in the house, she can come talk to me. But she's a messy person, and for me, that's snakish shit. She could have came to me and spoke to me about anything, how she feels like, but she's talking behind my back, asking people, are you going to eat Bonnie's food? Bonnie's food? Yes.
Bonnie B is in a conversation with Lee, and Lee want to know how she did, she's okay. And the whole Nate situation, she said, oh, Nate is a snake. She does not deal with two-face. So she's heard it, that Nate is having a lot to say about her. She never saw it coming until she became sober. So she knows it all. According to her, she does not deal with people who act like sisters. But deep inside, they see you as a competitor. When Nate tells her something and says something about her, mostly she laughs and thinks, oh, it is Nate. But upon a second thought, she's now realized that all she does is gaslight. And no, two-faced people are dangerous for her. And she don't get that time for such people. Boy is like, really? She's like, yes. She's been recruiting people against me and picking fights with me. Unnecessary ones. I don't have time. Now, she added that one has been telling people, are you going to eat that girl's food? I didn't eat. I don't think she cooks well. Her food is not nice. And she's beginning to make people doubt their own tongue and their ability to taste food. Hey, anyway, that is it with her, yeah? She's pissed off, but she says she no get her time and until she get the guts to come tell her. According to her, she felt they never had problem until lately the beef. Even the beef, she thought, okay, she's just cooking. But she's realized that girl really wants her as a competitor. It's the last sentence for me. She said, she's the fans' most favorite. And this whole thing of Nate putting a pause on people's strategy, Nate want to do so to her so badly. But she's not leaving the kitchen. And now, like, girl, when did you become the people's favorite? Maybe in the next couple of days if you are still in the house. For now, you are not. Anyway, this is just by the way. Another funny thing is Biggie is like housemates. You have 1 hour for the head of house challenger. The head of house, the camera positioned on him. He went like, oh, it is a mistake. We just did that one. Maybe it's dining room. I'm like, boy, you don't know what's coming. The whole house, they're like, Biggie, I'm like, what a shocker. You don't know. You will know. They feel your body. They're going to come out to you. They go already. I like this game. I like the whole surprise. Like say ABOBO na prophet, unlike UYANDA who is taking this fruit, maybe that is what he enjoys, or he thinks there will be more days to enjoy. He know they eat much, they cough, they say, "Who they mention my name?" He's been busy with putting the house in order, but ABOBO is there dancing, enjoying, even the bed, like relaxing, and enjoying almost everything there. It pay me for him. Anyway, I'm hoping that they get a chance to keep it. And of course, other people can also come chop waiting. The list is out for the head of house challenger. You have girl Nate saying that by now, people are beginning to even have our TikTok names, like our videos are flowing, you and me. But I just don't want to be in shape because I have 100% shape going on outside and I'm here. And I'm like, but I thought she was single. Then the next minute, she's like, if I enter into a shape, I just don't want all of my private issue here situation. Boy went like, what could be the worst? In Beekay's own opinion, he thinks if you are in a ship in Biggie's house, all you gotta do is provide emotional support to the person and one or two other things. Take this for me, don't take this for me. Other than that, you should go play your game because you are in a competition. This brings me to this substantive question. Some of the guys are shading Sweet Guluva, saying that one, whatever that they discuss, do them. And some of the girls who also wanna be with the guy, even for normal conversation, some feel the guy is making it difficult to even talk to him. Others feel he's selective. Others are also saying that it's crazy Alice's fault and she does not allow anybody closer to him. Especially with the ladies, it was just bit. The guys were more concerned that the guy is handling the win straight up to the lady by empowering her. Are the guys jealous of the ship they got going, or they are quite worried that one of them is not seeing eye to eye on what they are saying, that boy, play your game and don't empower her because she goes every place but you don't go anywhere? Which one is making their head spin like that? Finally, like I said, Biggie had groupings, and of course you have one after the other getting evicted. Minshini, Yo-Yo got evicted. Minshini, it came back to Lee with UYANDA. UYANDA has lost his position. Do you know what happened last week, right? That makes you Guluva win his HOH. So UYANDA was announced the winner, only for Biggie to overturn it, saying that his creeds had not burnt well. After winning the second time, it's been taken away from him again because of Biggie's twist and Biggie cooking. You know what time it is, yeah? Congratulations to SIPHA Lee for winning. Your take on today's video. Adios. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with me. If it's your first time, you're most welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Van Peppy. And if you are an old subscriber, I like one not too much. Now you know.